Listen to that music. It's a little different now. It has been over a year, but it is time to once again resume our Royals Report, our weekly look at Britain's royal family. So a source tells CBS News that Buckingham Palace is considering appointing an official to lead diversity efforts. This comes after Prince Harry and Meghan's bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey earlier this month. The couple touched on everything from mental health to family relationships and alleged racism inside the royal households. BBC royal correspondent Jonny Dymond is joining us now. Jonny Dymond, as I live and breathe, it has been far too long, sir, but we have you back now, and it's really good to see you. So let's talk about let us talk about this whole diversity, a person being appointed to sort of tackle diversity issues. It certainly would be kind of on trend. That is what companies and businesses across the spectrum are working on, you know, whether or not they're doing enough when it comes to diversity. So is this true, and is this a result of the Harry and Meghan interview?
I think there's a little bit of truth, and it's partially as a result of the Harry and Meghan interview. I think we're waiting still to see if there's going to be a diversity chief appointed. It's certainly in the air. There is a diversity review going on across the royal household. And again, the palace says that was in place before the Harry and Meghan interview, but that their comments and the comments that they made will be taken into account. It's pretty clear that the household was stung by the comments. Remember, it's not confirming the story, the claim, the allegation, whatever you want to call it, that Harry and Meghan made. They say that recollections may vary about what happened and what conversations were made about skin color. But it's clear, I think, like a lot of institutions in Britain, like a lot of companies in Britain, that there is soul searching going on and that they're looking at their policies. They say they've had diversity policies in place for a long time, but that perhaps they haven't resulted in the same kind of results that they might have wanted, and so they're looking at the whole thing. We'll wait and see whether we're going to get a diversity chief, but I think it's pretty clear that there is movement happening inside the royal household.
All right, so speaking of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, today marks the first anniversary of the so-called Megxit. I know they're not officially sort of working royals, but I'm sure you're kind of keeping track of them. So what are they up to now, 1 year out?
Well, I think you've got three big strands going on. The biggest is money, and they are signing contracts to make sure that they can live an independent financial life. We know they signed a contract with Netflix, with Spotify. Their organization Archerwell, which originally seemed to be presented as a philanthropic, a charitable organization, is now described as a global production hub. The second strand is building the brand. It's about maintaining profile, and it's about being more than just a celebrity. It's about what the royals do. And if you look at something like Harry's new job with a Silicon Valley-based coaching firm, he's the chief impact officer of a Silicon Valley-based coaching firm. That is about taking on the kinds of jobs which will both make money, but are also in things that he's interested in issues he wants to promote. And third, I think you can probably look at their issues-based approach to things. And again, if you look at what Harry's just done, he's joined an Aspen Foundation, a charitable organization to combat misinformation, in particular on social media. That's something he's been interested in a very long time. And that is about pursuing the interests and the issues that he cares about most.
I hear the Queen has a royal engagement today. Is this an IRL engagement, in real life engagement, as I learned from my daughter, or is this
Yes.
a virtual thing? Because, you know, I mean, there's still concerns about the pandemic out there.
Yeah, there's still concerns. There's still a lot of regulations here in the UK about how many people can gather at any one time. And yes, this is an IRL. This is the real deal. It's only the third or fourth time that the Queen has been out in public performing an engagement since the pandemic struck. I mean, and that is how hard it's been for the royal family to maintain a profile. But you can see her here. She's at what we call the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, which is, well, says what it does what it says on the tin. It's a reminder of those who laid down their lives in Britain and across the Commonwealth in the various different wars that have been fought. And she's celebrating or remembering the centenary of the Royal Australian Air Force. She is the head of state of Australia. And so here she is remembering some of the 11,000 who died in service in the Royal Australian Air Force in the 100 years that it's been around.
Well, Jonny Dymond, it is really good to have you back, sir. Thank you so much.
Look forward to coming back again soon, Anne-Marie. Thank you.